Yesterday, Obis got another buff, and I wanted to test out if the buffs is noticeable or not. For this occasion, I put together a low investment Obis farming strategy, and as always, I ran 20 maps and collected all the drops in a separate card tab, and I will share the strat and the results as well. What's up guys, Pidget here. The strat in short, because this strat is all about testing Obis we cannot leave out. I took all the good Obis nodes from the tree and started adding different mechanics to the maps for more monsters. Beyond is a very easy choice because we choosing Haunted Mansion and all of the Obis is spawning very close to each other, so Beyond we summon a lot of extra monsters and that is providing us a lot of extra loot as well. Ether of Words influence at this point is very basic because that is providing us a lot of extra item quantity, and sometimes it can provide us Eldritch Icors as well, especially the Ground, because that is got a very expensive this league as well, so that is an additional profit source. And of course we stacking map explicit modifiers to the moon, so basically it not matters what is on the map, it will almost getting doubled. And of course I started boosting the scarab drop chance, and you know scarabs is kind of scared this league, so if we getting lucky with that one, some valuable one, then the profit we are skyrocketing pretty damn easily, although sadly I not landing on any super expensive scarab, so just the average ones. How to run the map? Running Haunted Mansion, as I mentioned earlier, 8 modded maps with at least 100% item quantity. The way you're running the map, you just go in, starting killing monsters and moving towards the map boss room. And if you're reaching that, go inside, kill the map boss, leave the boss room and just do the rest of the map and collect all of the Ether of Words altars. Although I'm not suggesting to rush to the boss, so basically you can do while you just traveling towards your boss room, just kill everything and click on the altars, and maybe you will getting lucky with the boss altar as well. If not, then it's not a big deal because majority of the time you will getting a lot of extra altars while you doing the map. The Atlas passive trees looks like this, and as I mentioned, we focusing on Abyss. Although I need to mention, I did not took the Corrupted Gaze and also Votive Horde because honestly this is kinda useless, and honestly guys, I'm kinda lazy to price check all of the jewels from the strong boxes, and also I ran out points because the tree, as you can see here, is very stretched in every direction, so that's why I think we're not taking that one. Although if you want you can take, I think, but I don't know what you removing from the tree. And as I mentioned, we boosting the map explicit modifiers literally everywhere where we can. As always, this is I think the basics for the juicing, and you taking here the multiplying modifiers and of course here the mounting modifiers. And as I mentioned, we boosting the scarab chance with the remarkable relics, so we were finding the less common variants. And I took these 2 nodes as well guys because I scaring the dunes to the map, so basically you getting the fortunate card much higher percentage in my opinion, although I got 8 of them, so I don't know if this is works or not. And the other big one is the Beyond, as I mentioned. As you can see here, we taking here Pale Clarion for the more currency, because honestly getting a divine from a Beyond boss is more valuable than the divination card that is just only providing us a small amount of income. And of course we're taking the endless tides, so unique bosses cannot be spawned, and the good old rest of the tree like this. And basically that's the tree guys, because the rest of the points is going towards to the Harrowing Carapace, for instance, for the divination scarabs, and just a little item quantity, and of course the Ether of Words altars, and basically that's it. This is how the tree looks like. Maps we running and what scarabs we looking for. As I mentioned, we running Haunted Mansion and we scaring the divination cards from dunes for the fortunate card, because honestly I think that is still kinda good, especially if you getting the full set. And the maps, as I mentioned, yeah, is very important to run a 8 modded corrupted map with 100% item quantity, and basically this is what I was running. I was run 20 of these maps and with the following scarabs. Of course we're using 2 Abyss scarab and we're using 2 Abyss Scarab of Multitudes and 1 Influencing Scarab of Hordes. We, of course, taking Inter of Worlds Influence, because honestly, I'm a big fan about Inter of Worlds Influence, and basically it has almost 0 downside for this build, only just the reduced defenses per frenzy charge, but if you click, if you're not clicking on it, you will be safe. And as always, I collected in a separate tab all of the loot that I got under 20 maps, and as you can see, there is a lot of maps dropped, a lot of shards we got, and also a lot of scarabs and so many goodies. And the easiest way to show you is just the Wealth Exile. Basically, Wealth Exile is showing us 22 divine total income with everything. I don't know if I get lucky or unlucky. I dropped 3 divine, and you can see here I dropped 2 Waldo's puzzle box. I'm not saying it's you know, super insane or anything. It's kind of decent, especially if you're thinking this is just 20 maps alone. So maybe the sample size is small, but honestly, that is already give you a good picture. And of course, we dropped a lot of Divination Scarab of the Cluster, so that is additional income, and that's why we're boosting the Divination card 1, because that is, as you can see here, it dropped a lot, and also it's kind of viable as well. Now about the investment. So when I was making the video, it was the Divine and Chaos ratio 1 to 200, and the 40 Multitudes Scarab was costing 60 Chaos, and the 40 Abyss Scarab was costing 110 C, and 20 Influenced Horde of the Scarab was 25 for the almost 200 Chaos for Scarabs, and 28 modded maps for 80 C or C each, and the total investment is 275 Chaos, that is transitioning to 1.3 Divine. And now if we subtracting from the Prophet, you can see here, so basically we're getting almost 20 Divine purely from the map. And now the charts. You have to know, guys, the Wealth Exile cannot understand the charts, and basically we dropped almost like 1 divine worth of charts, because there is a few chart that can be sold for 15 chaos, and I did not get lucky with the Encore one. That would skyrocket this part of the breakdown, but sadly I got not lucky. The total profit is 21.7 divine in Prophet, and that is transitioning to 1 divine on average per map. Honestly, I'm not saying it's insane or crazy, it's decent, guys. So honestly, the loot is looking okay-ish. I'm not saying it's not needs to be changed, I just saying it's okay-ish, especially if you thinking we just invested around like 1 divine total. So that is kinda decent, honestly, income wise. And of course, you getting a lot of gold. So I sent all of my golds to Kingsmark before started this strategy, and as you can see, almost we gathered 700k gold. That is transitioning to like on average like 35k ish gold per map, which is kind of good. And honestly, if you're doing Kingsmark, this will cover your keep up for a very long time, in my opinion. This is I recorded a few drops from the Abyss, and I will let your judge. So basically, you can see here, this is from the strong box or the box at the end. Not this one. This is from the Beyond and so on. So I wanted to test out. As you can see here, this is like one loot from a very juiced map. I don't know, man, it feels very, very wrong something, and this one as well. I'm not saying, guys, I was not getting lucky at the same time, but the thing is, it's kind of honestly disappointing still how the Abyss, but honestly, guys, I don't understanding what people is expecting when Abyss was never ever was profitable if you discounting the Abyss Hordes version of the Scarab, or the in Affliction League, the extra proj Abyss farming. So besides that, I think, guys, I can safely say never ever was this one profitable, in my humble opinion, but honestly, maybe I'm wrong, guys. So as you can see what maps I was running, so basically very, very juiced maps, and this is the last picture. So I was getting a little bit tilted halfway through when I was seeing literally nothing really drops from the Abyss coffers, but there was a few times when I got a divine or something viable, but honestly that is kind of RNG in my opinion. So with this in mind, guys, I will let you judge by yourself if Abyss buffs is working and it's not, or not. But the thing is, guys, I ran 20 maps. I'm not saying because of the Abyss it saved this strategy. Honestly, it would be maybe much better if I choosing a different strategy. I don't know, but guys, this is the test, so I just wanted to transparent about this and let you know what I was recorded. And honestly, once again, I was kind of lazy and I did not make a screenshot every single drop from the Abyss because that would take up a lot of time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any question about this strategy or suggestion, or maybe I just missed something very crucial about Abyss farming, then please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2 or on my YouTube channel where I streaming also. Till then, I was Pidget. See you next time.